Hello and welcome to another video. This time we're going to be looking into some tips and tricks for the Majora's Mask Randomizer. I've been playing a lot of Majora's Mask lately and I've been having a lot of fun. I know I have like some videos left over to make, especially the Spirit Temple with the Incarnate Canyon and GTG. I'll get around to doing those sometime in the future, but for the time being I'd like to discuss some of the techniques and maybe advanced tricks that you can use here to make your experience in the Majora's Mask Randomizer a bit more fun for you. Alright, so first of all I'm going to cover some basic tricks. As you can see over there in the top, I'm going to put on some an inverted sum of time here just so I don't have to worry too much about time for the time being. And I'm using the practice ROM by Crimson Z, the key Z ROM as it is known. And you can see my inputs down there, so my stick movement, and also A, B, and C button presses, R, Z, and everything else. Alright? So without further ado, as we have a lot of ground to cover, I'm going to start with the ground jump. So ground jump is pretty much the same as you'd expect from Ocarina of Time. So no changes there. Have a couple techniques that you can use. For example, you can put down the bomb, then BRAZ. So that would be sword shield, and then put out the sword and target. And then when you go backflip, it's going to do a mini jump like so you can gain a little bit of height. To be honest with you, the ground jump is a lot less useful here in Majora's Mask as it is in OOT, but we're going to use it on a couple instances. You can also do an alternate technique that does not involve the sword, which would be to put down the bomb, hold shield, and then AZ at the same time. So you just hold out the shield with R, and then you press A and target at the same time, and then you have ground jump stored the same way, alright? You can also roll into the bomb. That is a bit less consistent, but you can hold target and shield and roll into the bomb. If the distance is right, you're also going to store a ground jump. Okay. So we have a couple new techniques here. We're going to start with the long jump. We're going to do this on the Great Bay Coast, ledge, or stairs here. That is a bit more useful to demonstrate the amount of distance you can gain from a long jump. So as you can see, way down there, long jump has to be done from a square surface like this, so something that you can jump off of. I'm going to show some instances where it is useful. So first of all, an important characteristic that you have here in Majora's Mask is that you cannot fall when you're slashing from a ledge, so I can just keep on slashing and I never fall, as you can see here. I've come down to a transition, so I'm just gonna play some double time here. Yeah, that's right. If you can't be sure if it's not a problem, I request you to ask any questions you have in English, because we're gonna put this on YouTube. But you can also ask in Portuguese, I'm gonna answer them anyways. So yeah, back here, I can slash as many times as I want and I never fall, alright? So that is pretty cool. So the long jump involves basically using a bomb explosion to propel you forward. So you want to put the bomb behind you and then get as far into the ledge as you can. So you can just shield turn here, place the bomb, and then slash a couple times. And as you can see, I gain a lot of distance from this jump, right? I came right about to this star here, or this. Yeah, that red marking on the floor, I don't know if it's a star or something. But if I jump normally, let's see, the star is kind of over there, as you can see. If I jump normally, I don't get it as far. So we're gonna see a couple instances where this is useful. I'm gonna show them during the tricks. That's a basic technique that you gotta learn. Next up we have Recoil Flips. So Recoil Flips are similar to long jumps, but you're going to use the shield to propel you even further back in this case, alright? So to do there are a couple of techniques. I'm going to show the one that I prefer, but first I'm going to show a visual one. So if you put down a bomb, you're going to count 1, 2, 3 slow flashes, and then you're going to see 5 fast flashes. So once again, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. Explodes. Right? So to do a recoil flip, what you want to do, you're going to guard with shield and target held, and then you're going to backflip as the 4th to 5th flash come up. Ideally, you want to do it on the 5th flash. That would be a last frame recoil flip, which would gain you the maximum amount of velocity to the back, and then you gain a bunch of distance, right? But that's not really easy, right? You have to learn your visual cues and everything, so that takes practice. There are a couple instances where you absolutely must do a last frame or almost a second to last frame recoil flip, but in most cases it is a bit lenient, so you can do it rather imperfectly and still get the trick going. So you can do it holding the bomb on top of your head. That is easier because you can see the flashes, like so. So you see again a lot of distance from that. So what I do there is I hold up the bomb, then I count 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and as 4th to 5th flash are coming up, I backflip holding shield. So that would be back on the stick, and then A and shield, which is R in my case, I'm using the N64 controller, at the same time. That is fine, but there's 3 inputs you gotta do at the same time. Alternatively, you can just shield drop the bomb, like so, hold up shield, and then as the 5th, I did it wrong there, but as the 5th flash is coming up, you're gonna backflip. So, hang on, having trouble here. 2, 3, 4. Hello. There we go. Right. So this one you can't see the bomb as well, but you only have to do one input, which is the backflip itself. So that's down on me. An important thing is that you cannot hold down as the backflip is being executed, because that cuts on your speed. I'm gonna show it. So I'm gonna hold down as I'm doing the... See? If I hold down the whole time, I gain absolutely no... Thank you for the host, Caesar. I'm gonna turn off the stream mode, it's what's happening. Alright, so if you hold down as you do the recoil flip, you gain absolutely no distance, so it doesn't work. So basically you just have to flip the stick back, like just a little bit, bam, and then you let go, and then you gain the maximum amount of distance. So once again, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you do it, there we go. I'm gonna show it contextualized on tricks, alright, so I don't want to just show it on the vacuum here. Again, get the general idea, but I'm gonna show it where it's useful exactly. Next we have the gainer jump. Let me show that here in East Town. I think it's a good place to show it. The gainer jump is useful in very few instances, if I'm honest with you, but it's something that you might wanna learn. It's mainly used as Zoro to gain additional height, so you can do some hard, or you can get to some hard to reach ledges. The technique of the gainer jumps is a bit hard to explain. Basically, you want to do a backflip, and then you want to release targets and repress targets on the next frame. So it is a frame perfect trick. It's kind of hard to do. If you're against a wall, like if you have a wall to your left or to your right, you have 2 frames instead of 1. That's good. But yeah, so let's try it. Basically, the idea of the gainer is that you want to do a backflip that actually goes forward, and then you do a ledge grab. So I'm doing it wrong because I'm doing a backflip and I'm not repressing target or a Z on the next frame. So it's quite precise for most. Even though the game runs at 20 FPS, but still. I'll try it a couple times. The absolute best place to show it would be on Great Bay Temple, but it would take some time for me to get there. There we go. Right, so as you can see, it's not an easy trick at all. Basically, you want to do a backflip, then you release target, and then you repress on the next frame. As you can see, I did a backflip, which actually went forward, and then I let grab here as well. But yeah, it's not easy. I'm gonna show it where it's useful, and where I actually use gainers on the run, it's where I have the 2 frames instead of 1, so it's a lot easier to get the trick going. By the way, Einstein, welcome to the chat. I'm actually showing the basic tricks first, the general idea of the tricks, and then I'm going to go one by one as we progress through the run. Next up we have the quick backwalk. So if you try backwalking on OT, you see it's very easy. You just turn around and then you hold Z and you just start backwalking and it works. Here in Majora's Mask it's not so simple. If you do the same thing, sometimes it does this kind of shuffling diagonally, which doesn't work at all. So what you want to do to backwalk, you want to do a quick retarget. So that would be target, you want to do press and back and then retarget and then you go. So like so. Then it works, right? So basically you press. That would be target, down, target, alternate. So Z, down, Z. Then you hold Z on the second time. So Z, down, Z, hold Z, and then you back up. And then it works, right? So it's something to get used to. Definitely worse than you have in Ocarina. But it can be done. It can be done. I'm not a huge fan, to be honest with you. But you can do backwalks here. It's just a lot less convenient as it is in Ocarina. So basically the quick backwalk would be target, down, target, and then you hold on second time. For the quick mask switch, that is pretty easy. So if you simply switch, put on the mask and you press A, it goes decently fast. But if you hold the direction as you're doing it, it's actually a couple frames faster. So I'm gonna hold forward here. I'm gonna span the mask. And you see, it is a couple frames faster. This is actually useful in the Deco Playground Beechu, as I'm going to show it in a bit. So basically all you want to do is just hold the direction as you are changing masks to gain a couple frames. Finally, the quick double song of time. Basically you want to spam buttons as you're doing transitions. So if you play double song of time, just don't wait for the animation there. You can speed it up by spamming A and B. Like that is really simple. You don't even have to show it. Just a quick reminder if you did not. So we have covered the basic stuff up here. I'm going to show it contextualized on tricks. It's way more useful and easier to understand, I feel. So let's go to the first one here in South Block Town. That would be the jump slash chest up here. So this is like the second check I do in the run. Basically I get the heart piece up there and then I want to get this chest over here. You can clip into the ceiling, it doesn't have collision from below. Basically, if you understand this thing and you have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 vertical lines here, so you want to aim on 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This would be about the middle of it. There's 1, I think. So you want to be a bit to the left of the middle, so like about here, 40%, 35%. And you're going to slash your sword once. Then you're going to hold full left, that would be a full lock to your left, and jump slash in the middle, like so. It's not super precise. There's also a C-up setup, which you can use like this. I'm not super familiarized with it. Be something like this, I suppose. And yeah. I'm gonna show the one that I use. So basically, like so. Just have to get tiny. If you don't have a controller with notches like the N64 one, this can be hard because you're not quite sure if you're getting like full left lock or if it's a bit up or a bit down. So that is iffy. You can pause buffer it. Like I would recommend if you have a controller that doesn't have notches. So you're here about a bit to the left, you slash and then you pause. You look to your controller and see, alright, this is full left lock, this is right. And you unpause, and go for the jump slash, and maybe it would be a bit easier to get. Alright, once you get it, you're not completely out of the woods yet, because you can still fail the trick. You get it again. My dog is barking a little bit today. Apologies. Not getting the trick for some reason. This one is usually the first try for me, but whatever. Let's try it a couple of times. It's good that you see that it's not 100% quite 100%. Alright, there we go. Alright, so if you think you can just jump there, you're almost right, but you have to do a roll jump. Like roll jumps here in Majora's Mask, they have extra distance. So if you just hold forward, it's not going to work, but if you roll jump, then it's going to work, right? And you get this chest. So pretty simple. I recommend you do it on the beginning of the run. You need a hook shot and logic to get this chest, but there you go. Next up we have the jump slash to Tingle in North Clock Town, so let's go there. So you do a quick back walk here. Don't forget about the owl statues. This is west. Alright. So normally here in North Clock Town, Tingle's up there on his balloon, and he sells North Clock Town on the Clock Town map 5 rupees, and if I'm not mistaken, the swamp map for 40. So you want to get to him if you don't have any ranged weapon like Zoro boomerangs or Deku Bubble or Hookshot or Bow, then you can't get him down there. First of all, you have to get up here. You can do this by in a variety of ways. You can come through this, and not very consistent, so the thing is you have to go smack dab in the middle up until up here, and then it should work. But I really dislike this technique, so you can also do the vanilla way, like this. Camera here in Majora's Mask is quite set. There we go. You just can do some couple shield turns here and get to the tree, and then we're gonna jump slash to him, or alternatively what I like doing is climbing this first one, then I jump slash up to the upper right corner here, and then I see up and roll jump, make a ledge grab. This is pretty cool, right? There you go, we get the item up here, and coming up, you want to jump slash to Tingle. Basically what you want to do is do a roll jump to him and then a jump slash. You want to gain as much distance as you can on this kind of branch here. So you don't want to jump diagonally is what I'm saying. You don't want to jump right here. You want to jump getting some distance from this branch here. As for the timing, you want to go when the balloon is starting to come down. So let's try it. There we go. Right? So as the balloon's starting to come down, you roll jump forward, and then you jump slash there. It's pretty easy. If you don't get it first try, just try it a couple times and you should get it. No problem. Right, coming up to the Deku Playground on day 2, which is right here. I recommend you do this on day 2, I'm gonna explain why shortly. The Recoil Playground only works during the day, alright, so this is something to keep in mind. So, don't come here at night. As you can see here on day 3, all the platforms are going horizontally, and this is the real crux of the answer here. So what you want to do is just switch masks as the platforms are moving. This is the first time I put on the Deku mask, so we're gonna have to watch the animation. Basically, you just want to switch masks as fast as you can. As you can see, I'm having full lock on the analog by the numbers down there. And what's gonna happen is the rupees, they're not gonna move, but the platforms actually are gonna move, so they're gonna all fall down. So what do? You collect the rupees. Like so. If you have a Gore Mask, just equip the Gore Mask, obviously. If you have the Deku, you can just spin speed here. Just quick spin, I suppose. And grab all the rupees. And then when you talk to the guy, he's gonna tell you, well, let's play the game. Get in the flower, get it to the flower, get out immediately thereafter, and you win the game. So, very easy way. If you do it on day 1 or day 3, there are actually platforms that are going vertically, so the technique doesn't quite work for all the rupees. That's it. There we go, we won the minigame. Very cool. Alright, now we're gonna go to Postman. 10 seconds with nothing. I need to go to day 1 for this. Postman, I think is available from 6 to 9, I suppose. I have to check here on my resources, just to make sure. The Postman minigame, that is. Let me see. Check times. Postman, from 3 p.m. to midnight. Alright, 3 p.m. to midnight. Yeah, but I can retry as many times as I want. This minigame, so it's fine. So from 3 p.m. to midnight on day 1, if you deliver a letter to cafe on day 1, then you can access the minigame at the same time on day 2. But basically on day 1, generally, it's safer. Okay, double time here. Then we're gonna go for it. I have infinite retries here because I have a money cheat, so we're good in that. Alright, so the Postman minigame is right here. He wants you to hit 10 seconds exactly on the clock. First of all, the positioning is very important. I like getting up to the wall here, like right about here. Then shield turn, then start talking to him. Alright. Now what's gonna happen is, this is the last text box you get before the game starts, so basically concentrate from here on out. A couple triangles you're gonna spin on top of his head. You want to count 19 triangles precisely, and when the 19th triangle is coming up to the very top of his head, so 90 degrees that would be, then you press A, and basically you're gonna win every time, right? So that is the idea. Let's try. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. There you go. Alright? So you count 19 triangles from the first one coming up through his head, and on the 19th, 90 degrees, press A. There you go. Easy every time. If you fail, he charges you, I think, 2 rupees to retry, so just... I'd recommend you do it on the first cycle after the Swordsman minigame, which is to my right here. Alright, so that is the Postman minigame for you. In Logic, you need the bunny hood to do the minigame. These days, even if I have the bunny hood, I just do the triangle strat because I feel very comfortable and consistent doing it. Alright, next up we have the War on Treasure minigame. So, I think it closes 8 o'clock. I'm gonna play some inverted here. So this minigame is hell, basically. It's really hard to win the game legitimately. But we have a strat here that can help you out. First of all, you want to talk to her as Gore. This is very important. Alright. So, if she charges you 30 rupees, this is correct. If you talk to her as, like, say, Human Link, she's gonna charge you 20 rupees, I think. Let's see. See? 20 rupees. So if you play the game like so, and you put the Zoro Mask after, then it's not gonna work. You're not gonna get the prize. So this is very, very important. You do not mess. Alright, so the treasure is gonna spawn. We have to roll to it. It's basically impossible. This game is very hard. I'm just gonna try rolling here any way I can. Platform's gonna come up. Alright. So now I can't get there, right? Because this thing is blocking my path. So what I can try to do is get into a 45-degree angle. We can ESS turn to this. And then you want to roll into the platform, or at the barrier actually, at a 45-degree angle. And it's not going to come up. And there you go, you win the game. It's really simple, right? So basically you just hold target, go at a 45-degree angle. If it's not 45 precisely as you saw there, it doesn't quite work. You have to be precise on the clip, but if you do it right, you win the game. Alright? So what I generally do to try to win this game is just try to play it legitimately up until I'm closest to the chest, and then I try clipping, and if it works, great. I win. For safety's sake, I usually bring 60 rupees or 90, just in case I fail the first time around. Right, next up it's the Bomber's Zobo Skip, quote unquote. The Bomber's hideout, so it's right here. This is a pretty simple trick, especially if you know how to do the Zobo Skip on Ocarina of Time. So you want to get through this fucker here, he's really annoying. Just want to target the wall, get up to the leftmost position you can, while not quite leaving the wall itself. Then you want to shoot turn 45 degrees down right, like so. You hold target, pause the game. As you unpause, you spam back and A, and you backflip over him. So this is like pretty simple, honestly. If you try right now, I would imagine you are gonna get it like first try, second try at the most. It is really that easy. Pretty cool, right? Okay, next up, we're gonna go to the Gore racetrack. I have warps, right? So, Milk Road, Gore racetrack. Okay. Alright, so this mini game, it's a 1-minute race. Bit inconvenient if you ask me. It only works during the day, so I'm gonna throw in some double time here. It's only during the day and first and second days, if I'm not mistaken. So don't come here, fuck. Don't come here during day 3. Don't come here during the night, and you're golden. So some people think this minigame is hard. I sure thought that, but after I learned the technique that I'm gonna show you, let's see, it's works. Okay, so this is the dawn, the second day. There's an owl statue here. Usually you're gonna come here by soaring, obviously, so you're gonna be right here. Don't call opponent just yet. Just enter the Gore racetrack. As you come in, you play opponent song. Don't even climb on the horse. Don't mind it. Not necessary. Horse is gonna come up, you just talk to the guy. And he's gonna challenge you to the race. Okay, so you wanna, as the race starts, you wanna hold target. Why, do you ask? Because then the camera is locked behind you. I kinda missed it there, but it's fine, you just pass through him. Nestato, or Navi, is not targeting him, you hold target, which makes it a lot easier to cut the corners very close, which helps gaining time. Now, I try never depleting my opponent's carrot meter there, and you want to be on the inside at all times. These fences are really good. And you just cut in the most you can, never deplete your meter, and basically you should be good. Try having 6 carrots to this final section here. If you don't, it's fine as well. There you go. If you get a 48, 49, you're pretty cool. You're gonna win every time. So basically the technique here is holding... Just a second. Right, sorry about that. So basically the technique is holding targets and cutting inside the corners at all times. And it should be good. You get the Zoro Mask vanilla here. There we go. Next up we have the Dog Shed Jump Slash on Romani Ranch. Let's go there. There's gonna be Romani Ranch buildings, I suppose. barn. Go shack, doggy racetrack. Alright, there we go. So, day 3, you can access from any range without the powder keg. You can play this mini game here. If you have Mask of Truth, there's a guaranteed win if you choose the golden dog. And the other one is the Brandon Mask check, right? Or you get the bunny hood with the little chicks. Right, so I want to get that chest up there. It's in logic if you have beans. I don't know where you plant the bean. Honestly, I never planted the bean. Who's it's on the inside? Anyway, you can plant a bean here somewhere, I suppose. You can also hook shot to the chest. But you can also do this. You climb the fence, pull out your sword. You see up right about to the middle here. It's really not that precise. Jump, and then jump slash on basically the top. You jump the apex. There you go. And you clip on the inside. It's basically the same idea as you do on the South Clock Town chest, and then you open it. There you go. Pretty simple. I'm not gonna show it twice because like there is no point. It's a pretty simple jump, honestly. Next up we have the Beechu Cutscenes skip on Kotaki. This one I have to soaring actually to show it correctly. Let's go to Southern Swamp here. So you want to do this during day 2 because I have to actually go here in the game. You want to do this on day 2 because Kotaki is going to be in the middle of Mystery Woods, which saves some time. Let me put on the Gore Mask here. Save myself a trip. Lost in swimming actually. Alright, so normally you're not going to have the Gore Mask here. As you come up, when you turn the corner here, you're gonna see the house, and she's gonna do a little animation where she spins and then goes to Mystery Woods herself. So there you go, there's a house. If I enter here, let's see, if I pass about this boundary here, the animation is gonna play. So what you do is, as you come up to this Deku Baba, you look to the house. You actually have to see the house, so this is important. So basically I'm just walking here, just retarget like so. Fuck man. Alright, retarget like so, and then you start back walking. Or not looking at the house, I should say. If you don't look at the house, it's fine. And then you're never gonna see the animation of her coming through the chimney there. You get this hint over here. As you come in, it's gonna be flying here, right? If you don't quite see the house, she's not gonna be here, right? So this is important. If you just start back walking too soon, never seeing the house, she's not gonna be here, and then you're gonna have to leave, and then you're gonna see the house, and then you're gonna see the animation anyways. So you have to be somewhat precise with the timing where you start your back walk. But generally, you save yourself a little animation here. It's a very minor time gain, but still, there you go. Alright, so we have Southern Swamp Tourist Hut. Climb is Gore. Let me walk there. Swamp. Where is this? Boathouse, I suppose? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so this is the tourist hut. Normally you're gonna be coming from the owl statue about there, and you're gonna climb, and as you can see, the item there is perfectly viewable. Sometimes that item is gonna be something you want. How can you get it? If you have the Gore Mask, this is super simple. You just target the door, you turn around, then you do a ground pound and hold back. And there you go. Right? So this is like the easiest trick I can show you in the book. You just hold A, press B, and press back. And there you go. You climb the roof, and you go. There you go. You get the item without needing the land title deed of this guy right here. Next up, we have take damages to Grotto and Deku Palace Zora or Goron. If you are Goron, if you have the Gore Mask but you do not have the Zoro Mask, You also need some way to kill the, I don't know, big octo over there. And the bow and arrow is usually the best way. And then even though the swamp is poisoned, you can just roll all you want. Shoot the grotto over here, or even Deku Palace. And when you want to get off, you just equip your Deku Mask. You're gonna hop onto a tree. And there you go, get into the grotto. Over here you can also access, where's the grotto? Hello? There. You can also access the swamp spider house using this trick. Pretty simple. If you have the Zoro Mask, it's basically the same, but you can use the Zoro Boomerang to kill the big octo, so you do not need bow and arrows. You just do this, and he's dead. And then you keep on rolling. You take very minimal damage here, to be honest. You take a quarter of a heart per tick. So that is cool, I guess. And then you can simply climb. You don't even have to equip the Deku Mask as you come here. So this is very convenient for sure. And here you are in Deku Palace. You can reach Deku Palace as Zoro, as I've shown you, or as Gore in Human Link. This is marginally useful if you do not have the Deku Mask, because as I understand it, the Deku Mask cannot be here in Deku Palace, so that would not be that useful, I suppose, but there you go. Alright, so coming up here, you can talk to these guys. You're gonna let you in to talk with the Deku King. So there are a couple techniques we can show here. Let's go to the right side. There's 2 checks here. That's a quick right route with ground jumps. So if you have bombs, you can do a couple shortcuts here. Obviously, if you have the stone mask, you just equip it and run around. Just don't touch the guards. If you do not have it, you have to Metal Gear your way around, not get detected. But if you have bombs, you can just do a ground jump here. That's incorrect. Hang on. So doing a ground jump here, the camera angle obviously is not very favorable. And then you want to backflip into this, what do they call it? Wooden platform, I suppose. And then jump slash immediately, like so. Then you climb it. It's quite hard to jump off of it, so make sure none of these 2 guards are looking at you, and then there you go. You can do the same thing here, alright, so you just store ground jump, and then you backflip jump slash, and then there you go, you just reached the grotto with 2 quick movements. If you do not have bombs, you can also backflip onto the arch here. This is a bit of a precise distance, so this is too far obviously, this is too close, there you go. As I'm on top of the arch, I can use the hookshot in first person, and I can shoot right there on that torch. Bit of a precise shot, there you go. We skip the second section of the maze, just like that. Now the hookshot, obviously you can equip it as you come in and reach the chest immediately without needing anything else. Alright, so that would be a very fast Deku Palace for you guys with bombs or with hookshot. Next up you get caught on purpose here. Now I'm gonna equip my Deku Mask, show you the left side. Now you can jump through these guards here. I've never actually done this, but I hear it's possible. Hang on. Having some trouble here. There it is. So right here you can backflip onto this fence. Jump over the guard. I haven't actually practiced this, so... yeah, I don't think this is the easiest thing to do. I'm not getting the distance to do the jump. Yeah. Anyways. Basically, all you do is save this 3 text boxes here, so it's ultra minor. I wouldn't mind if I were you. Okay, so this first section here, you actually have to dodge these guards, which is not the easiest thing, as you can see. If you have the stone mask, I'd say just use the stone mask. Don't even bother. Okay, so let me pass through these guys. I can also fly, as you know. I want to try to show it. Okay, so this is perfect. As you look around, they can't see you through these thick bushes. That's good. Alright, this guy's coming back. I'm gonna wait for him. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Okay. To come up here, you want to look what item you have over there. Obviously, it's the vanilla piece of heart in this case. Then same thing, I want to backflip onto the door arch. There we go. If you have the Zoro Mask, this is super simple. You just target the wall, side hop, and hold forward. And then you can Zoro Boomerang this guy down. This guy is a pain in the ass because he can drop you sometimes, as you see. But yeah, once again, as Zoro, pretty simple, just do this. And then you can just jump to this flower. Equip the Deco Mask, and you can fly all the way through here. No problem, right? There you go. So you don't even have to bother with that Deku Scrub if you don't want to. You can kill him with the Zoro Boomerang or the hookshot with Bowl. It's up to you. It's up to you. Alright, so what if you don't have the Zoro Mask? Well, then you're gonna have to backflip onto the arch here first. The archway. Distance is kinda hard to get since you can't see quite where you're jumping from. There you go. Now you want to target this black line over here, like so. Then you want a 45-degree angle to your right. You can shield turn to this position, like so. 45 degrees. And then you want to do a forward roll. And then you're going to ledge grab. There you go. Once again, Deco Mask, get into the flower, get to the song, and bada bing, bada boom. There's your Sonata of Awakening check, done really fast. If you guys in the chat have questions, I see there's 9 of you over there. I'm here for you, anytime. Okay, next up we have the Goron Village Fast Rock Sirloin, so I'm gonna warp there. This is Snowhead, Goron Village, Winter. Or Shrine. There we go. Okay. So we don't actually have to talk to the guy if you have the Gore Mask, right? You can just ground pound here. That works shoot. Okay. So to get the rock sirloin here, it's up there, as you guys know. I found it. Dang. So I have a couple techniques here to actually light the torch here in the middle there. Obviously you can get some fire from the inside using a deco stick. Let me try it. And then you can light all the torches. That is something you can do. Actually the fire is not lit. This fire is going to be lit once you get the song from that guy, but I don't want to watch the animation. But basically, you can grab some fire here, you're going to bring it over, and you're going to light all the torches. Alternatively, you can light this torch here, then you come back here, pull out a bow and shoot through, right about here, and then you're going to light up from there. Obviously, you can also use fire arrows that work too, which is what I'm going to do here. Right, then I'm going to explain what I want to do. After I light it up, I'm going to immediately put on my Zoro Mask, okay? I'm going to roll right to the transition here, right about here. I'm going to shield turn, start a roll, and I'm going to hit the pot that's coming up on the leftmost position. This has to be done very fast, so you know the rock sirloin is going to be on the correct position. So let's try it out. Let me see if I can save a mem state here. A mem file actually. And the position. There we go. if I fail it. Okay. So start spinning your mask. Go up here. Should turn. Now the leftmost one, which is going to be this one. There we go. Easy every time. Now this has to be done precisely, because if you hesitate even for a second there, then the pots are gonna roll around a bit more, and you're gonna miss the rocks here along your back here. As you were coming up with it, try to backwalk as much as you can. Use the quick backwalk I told you guys. And there you go. That's gonna make the check a little bit less inconvenient. Right, next up we have the fast Mandy Gore. For this, you wanna first come from Twin Islands. You need a powder keg as well for that. So either you get a powder keg or you buy one from the bomb shop. Right, so I'm gonna come from Mountain Village up there with some soaring. I'm gonna get my powder keg here, drop it up on the boulder, shoot, just so I don't have to wait for the countdown, right? And then I'm gonna go to Medigorn. Now the check for Medigorn, he checks if you exploded the powder keg and if you exploded the boulder. We already exploded the boulder, so that is the first part done. So next up, I'm gonna explode the powder keg. I'm gonna equip bombs here, because I have a minor optimization I can do here, which is, I'm gonna take off my mask in front of him. I'm gonna immediately drop a bomb and put on the mask. And talk to him. Dang, I have the powder keg sheet. Hang on, I have to take it off. Sheets, powder kegs. There we go. Have to use it. Probably exploded, I suppose. See? Cheating never pays. Okay, now let's go. Shield drop, mask, talk to him. I already have the powder keg license. Anyways, what's gonna happen is he's gonna throw down the powder keg. This bomb is gonna immediately explode the powder keg, and then you talk to him again, and he gives you the prize instantaneously. So that is pretty cool. The crux of the optimization, obviously, is you exploding the rock on your way to Gore Village using a powder keg of your own, and then you don't have to carry the powder keg around as you climb these slopes. Alright, let's go to Snowhead Temple. Snowhead Temple, no introduction. Okay, so later on I'm gonna do some temple specific videos. So I'm just gonna show some quick tips here that you can use. Snowhead, after you push the block twice, not once, just take off the mask. You shoot some fire arrows over there. These guys stop bothering me. And the Zobos. There you go. Yeah, the flags are not the best, but I mean, it's very minor. I basically showed what I wanted. Alright, so you want to get a small key here, so you're going to pull out this block twice. And then get this mod. Okay. Now, you still need items, you can't just go mode the whole temple. So you want to get the compass chest, which is on the room right here. What can you do? Have a couple options. You can, easiest of all I think, is using a hook shot here. Okay, what the fuck, I didn't just roll jump and you ledge grab, get the chest, and then you can hook shot your way back here. Pretty simple. Don't have a hook shot, what can you do? You can use a Zoro Mask. So with a Zoro Mask, you have the necessary height to climb and you roll jump. There you go, same thing. In this hypothesis, you don't have a hookshot, right? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna open the chest. You're gonna watch this on gas animation. Okay, there we go. Now you backflip onto the chest. Easier said than done, obviously. There you go, and then just roll jump forward, and there you go. You can go on your merry way. What if you don't have a Zoro Mask or a hookshot? Well, then you have a problem. But we can solve this. Just pull the block. Then we're gonna jump slash on top of this. And we're gonna long jump to the blue. So how do you long jump again? You place a bomb behind you. And you line up with C up. There we go. I use the technique that I can slash as many times as I want and I never fall off a straight surface. So once again, that's a pretty simple trick. You just jump slash onto it, drop a bomb behind you, C up, slash a couple times. There you go. Right? During a long jump, never hold forward. You only press forward at the end of the movement. Same deal with the Recoil Flip. You don't pull it back, just press backwards. Right? There we go. Next up we have, let's see, fast whiz roll. Okay. So the whiz roll is here. So you're gonna go there, you're gonna do the map chest, to freeze the fire arrows on the freezer and on the eye switch. Roll through here as Gore, and there we go. If you have fire arrows, you can fight him as normal, but if you have a strong weapon like Great Fairy Sword, you can try making the fight quicker. Let's try it. So Wizrobe is vulnerable while he's doing that little spin he does before he throws the ice ball towards you. So don't want to come in too close. As he starts the maneuver, you jump slash him. On the start of this animation, if you're very fast, you can Goron punch him or sword slash him, and you can cut off this animation that he runs around the room and actually beats him right there. But the window we have is really short. Not gonna bother with it. Just gonna tell you of the possibility if you want to try it. You're my guest. Be my guest. Now here, I have to find the real one, which is this one obviously. There you go. 2 hits. Fight's done. There you go. Very cool. If you're using elemental arrows like fire arrows or ice arrows, that's going to be 4 shots for you. So here we save quite a bit of time. This is not quite a trick, but still, if you have a hook shot, instead of doing the vanilla way, you can just come up here like so. There you go. Then you open this door, keep on going. You're gonna come up right above my position. Let's fly. Hello? Okay, there we go. You're gonna come up on the store. So our next trick is gonna be the Zobo Skip. So there's those snowballs over there. You wanna get there, you don't wanna deal with pillars. That's a lot of stuff to do. What can you do? Well, if you look closely to the surface here, you can see there's a thicker line, a thicker black line. I'm gonna stand on top of it or place a bomb over it. There's a thicker black line over there. You guys see it? You're gonna stand on top of it, and then you wanna sword slash up until you almost fall off the platform, like so. Now I'm gonna equip my fire arrows. I'm gonna shoot the snowball. Now I'm gonna pull out my sword. I'm gonna backflip. And now I'm gonna jump forward. This is important. Do not only jump, simply jump. And that's really riled up. Alright, so I'm gonna jump forward. Do not roll, just jump. And then I'm gonna jump slash as I come through the upper part of the alcove there. So let's go. So then you get it every time, real simple stuff. I'm gonna equip your Gore Mask. Punch here 3 times. And come up. This is the 45-degree angle roll we're gonna do now. So I'm gonna hold A and pause. Now you want to hold up right on your controller. If you have notches, this is really easy. And then you want to pause, keep holding A and unmorph in the air. If you do not have a controller with notches, obviously getting the 45-degree angle is a bit iffy, but let's go. So 45 degrees. It's gonna roll and morph. There you go. I get my BK, my boss key right about now. Pretty simple. If you do not know how to do this, you can simply roll through. There is a Deku flower right here, and then you can fly as Deku to the same ledge. Do not have Deku flower, well then I think you should learn this trick. Doing the Zobo Skip from around here, it's basically the same thing. The visual marking is different. There is a bit of a gray patch here. I put a bomb over it, so that gray patch over there. Rest is the same, just get over the gray patch, forward slash, show a fire arrow, back flip, hold forward, and jump slash. I missed it, was a bit far right, but anyways. If you miss, like this is actually pretty good. If you miss, you can simply equip a Deku Mask or Zoro Mask, and then can void out and you come up to the last door you use, which in my case is this. So this is very cool because you can keep retrying the tricks you missed over and over again. It's basically no punishment at all. Right, coming up to goats, I'm going to show you the quick kill. There are a lot of videos for the goat quick kill that you can look up. I'm going to show you a very, very quick version of mine. So let's see, goat, there we go. There he is. So you want to throw a fire arrow and then immediately equip your normal arrows. But before I do it, I'm going to show where I'm going to go. I quite can't. Alright, so let's do this. I'm going to equip my regular arrows. We're probably going to have to watch this animation twice if you don't mind. So I have to explain the trick first before I explain it. Okay. So coming up to this patch here, if you look somewhat closely, let me equip my hookshot here. There's some kind of square there, so you see one side, the other. So you can imagine this patch here as a sort of kind of a square. Let's mark that. So there's some kind of a square here, right? So you want to stand on the very bottom right part of the square, right around there. So right about here. You're going to equip your bow and arrow. You're going to aim right before you hit this wall here. So goat is going to be around right there. Right. So you get into position once again. And then you're going to shoot one arrow at him. Like so. Then holding Z, you're going to do 2 side hops to the right, shoot to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 side hops, and then you throw 9 arrows, and that's the fight then, right? So this is the general idea of it. So now let's actually do it. That's a problem. Hang on. I have to just warp somewhere else, and now back. That's a. I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna play Song of Time and Space. Yo, what's up, how are you doing, man? I'm explaining a couple tips and tricks there. Right, now that we have the general idea of the trick explained, we're gonna actually do it. The goat quick kill. Right, let's warp there. So, goat. Okay, we're good. Alright, so now we're ready to actually execute what I've explained. I like menuing here and equipping the normal arrow so you don't have to worry pressing R a couple times. That can mess you up. You kind of have a small window to get the trick going. It's not hard, but you can't delay too much. There we go, there's our boy goat. You immediately start pressing forward and rolling. When I get into position, there's our square. I go to the bottom right. I'll shoot. One. If he hits you, that is not good at all. Basically, you miss the kill. If he hits you, it's over. Yeah, that was very important. That is not frequent that it happens. Hang on, I can void out. I'm being done. One sec. Started. I have to spam save, I suppose. Sorry, guys. I have to play save time again. Yeah, I'm gonna save M5 in its position so I don't have to do this once again. Basically, that being hit happened to me like 2 times so far. It's unfortunate. If he hits you, you miss a quick kill, and yeah. There you go. But it isn't frequent, so it's mostly okay. It's almost never happens. Almost never. Being the key. Okay, now I'm gonna be very careful and I'm gonna use the M5. So this, there we go. Now, for some reason my start button is not working. Hello. What the fuck is going on, man? Now I can't menu. Game is bugged. What the hell? Yeah, I still can't menu. Hello? Please come off time again. Bruh. Pressing start and nothing's happening. I suppose when I save the mem file with the Ocarina, game bugged out. I would imagine that's a problem. I'm gonna get the quick kill. Just you wait. Just you wait. It's gonna happen. I hope the game hasn't bugged out permanently, because I'm gonna have to. Let's see. Okay, I can pause again. Nice. Hang on, let me take the Ocarina off. There we go. Put something useless there, like a magic beam. Okay, finally, let's try the quick kill. I'm gonna save the mem file. I'm gonna save the position. There we go. Now I'm gonna clip the fire arrows. Okay, okay. Let's go. So there's goats. Let's get into position. There we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Right, so 95% of the time that's what's gonna happen. He's not gonna hit you with a beam. No stalactites are gonna come falling off the ceiling and block your path, which is terrible but can happen, and there you go. Good thing is he dies right here, and then the item is right here, and the portal is right there, so you don't even have to walk. So you gain quite a bit of time by that. Next up we have the Great Bay Coast, long jump and recoil flip to North Ledge, so let's go there. Great Bay. Let's go to the Marine Lab, I suppose. Right. So for this one, I'm gonna wanna use my bombs. I'm gonna wanna use my Zoro Mask. So fast swimming as Zoro, just wanna dolphin dive, like so, all the time. Just press down, release, press down, release, rinse and repeat. You swim faster that way. So first of all, how do you see the item on the North Ledge? That is the first question. It's a pretty simple one. Just come up to this pillar over here. But to the right side of the middle, you grow into it and press C up. There you go, it's a piece of heart. Can you guys see it? Suppose it's an actual item. What can you do? Oh, vanilla, you would need beans and the Scarecrow song, which is a lot of work. So what you can do, which is a lot easier, is just hook shot. Well, not easier, I suppose, but faster. You can hit the second or third hookshot target from specific positions, but myself, I just do like so. Okay, so I'm gonna stand on top of this target over here. I'm gonna save position here. There we go. So you need a visual cue here. The visual cue is kind of iffy, so I'm gonna try to explain it to you guys. You guys can see the left part of my screen, right? The line that divides the left part of the screen. So this line now is on that palm tree. You see, the palm tree is right there on the left side. I am basically cutting the palm tree with my left line of the screen right here. It's a setup I got. I'm sorry. So what I want to do is, if you see this line that goes, let me use arrows for this. If you see this line that goes from here to here to here, I want the left line, this one of my screen, to cut off a specific white point, like right about there. Like so. There's a white patch where I'm throwing arrows, like right there. That white patch, or gray patch, if you will. So I want to put my line cutting off right on top of it. I guess you could try seeing something else that's good for you, so I'm gonna leave it here. I'm gonna leave it on C up so you guys can like take a look and see if there's a visual cue that you guys prefer. It's a very imprecise visual cue, I am aware of it. It's not easy for me to relay it as much, but anyways, that is the visual cue. So now I wanna drop a bomb behind myself. Then hold forward and ledge grab. The thing is, that has gotta be precise, because if you do it in an imprecise manner, let's try missing it. Like, let me put it way to the left. Then it should. Gonna do the long jump. Actually worked. Pretty cool. Let me put it more to the left then. Right, so like this. actually getting it every time. Okay. Okay, let's do something that is completely wrong on purpose. Alright, that's good. So, if you're not on the scene here, basically, he's not gonna wall grab, and then you're gonna miss the... Yeah, it's pretty precise. Well, I thought it was pretty precise, but apparently it's not. Anyways, you get a visual cue, and then you long jump, press forward, there you go. Now, to get to the item, this is pretty easy. You can simply long jump like any way you like, or you can also recoil flip. It's up to you. It doesn't matter really. And this recoil flip is very, very lenient. You don't have the last frame. It's super easy. And there you go. You get the item like so, without the beam, without the scarecrow, without anything. Very cool. Very cool. Okay. Next up. Pirate's Fortress entrance, guard cycle. It's not super precise, I suppose. It's somewhat precise. Let's get into Pirate's Fortress exterior here. Alright, so the guard cycle is quite annoying. What you want to do is, as the boat is coming through you, or through your position, you jump right after it goes. So you don't have to wait all 4 guards. So I just wait over here, they can't see you as the boat passes by. There you go. So that is the first part. Now the second part is also pretty easy, you just have to pay attention. So I'm gonna press B here to walk, and I'm gonna wait. When the boat comes through, I just start. You can't go too fast, so if you go and roll, for example, like if you equip the Zoro Mask and you start rolling immediately, you're gonna pass the boat and then the guard is actually gonna see you, the one that just came through. So you have to basically somewhat follow the boat along to this position here. You don't have to wait all 4 guards. If you're slow though, the next boat coming up is gonna catch you, so you wanna basically time as the boat is coming through. Like you're gonna stand right about here, they can't see you here. The boat passes you, you start walking ASAP. So let's see where the boat is. I can demonstrate again. Right, so there's the first boat coming up and there's the second boat right after. So ordinarily you think, well, I have to wait all 4 of them, but not really. The boat came through, and now I go. So, there you go. Very cool, very cool. Well, PFI recoil to egg number 1. Let's go. Let's go to Pirate's Fortress interior here. So your routing here on Pirate's Fortress is generally you're gonna get put on your Zoro Mask. They can't see you here on the outskirts, so it's pretty okay. You're gonna come down here, drop this chest, and then you're gonna hookshot right up there. So you do this, and then you do this, and then you get the chest over there. And now you wanna get inside the door that's right below our position. How do you do that? I'm gonna pull out my sword and I'm gonna stand on this gray spot over here. So if you count, there's like 1 gray spot, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 on a single, let's say, tile. Alright, so if you understand this is a tile, there's 7 spots, so you want to stand on the 3rd, which would be this one. Now same thing, you want to slash up until you're almost falling down, and then you see up right about to this black patch over here, and then just jump slash. And there you go. Really simple, right? Really simple. next up, let's see, Warren Roach egg number 3. Let's go. So you get the egg on inside. You're going to throw your hook shot up there. There's a guard here that you have to be wary of. You go in here. You shoot the bees. You're gonna spread out the guards. You come in here. You get the hook shot to the middle chest. You get another egg, and then there's an egg on the door. After this slope, how you get through this slope? Pretty simple. You equip your Gore Mask, and you just roll through it. This has absolutely no precision at all, like 0. You just look a little bit to the left there, like almost falling, but not really, and then you roll through, and there you go. There's an egg in here, and yeah, that's it. I'm not delving too much into these things because they are somewhat easy to execute. I have faith in you guys, you're gonna first try everything. The amount of time these guys stay knocked out is not that high, so you wanna be somewhat fast. I have the wall guarded chest here. If you wanna be safe, you can knock out all 3 guards with your bow and then hook shot to the chest. But if you're feeling bold, let me save my position here. So there we go. If you're feeling bold, what you can do is hook shot the chest on a lower spot like this, and then spam A. That was not what I wanted at all. Let me reset it. She was in my way, man. Okay. And you can open the chest before anyone sees you. In fact, they can't even see you right here. This is insane. Yo. Yo. No, she's... Alright. And then you get caught. After you get caught, this is a minor detail. Do not equip your Zoro Mask and go right away because this guard is gonna catch you. So wait just a tad before you go to the source. Okay, next up we have Ledge Zoro and Gore that's gonna be on the Zoro Hall. That's Zoro Hall rooms. Loot. Okay. So normally you need to give the mount Untitled deed to this guy as Goron to get that item over there, but you have some alternatives if you have a Goron Mask but no title deed. What you can do is just come up. If you look closely, there's kind of a seam. You have this wall here. This one is at a different angle, but they join up right about this algae here. So you want to stand, like, it's not precise at all, just stand there up in the middle. You punch, and then you ground pound and get here. It's absolutely free, as you guys saw. You just stand, like, right about here, I suppose. You punch once, and then you ground pound, hold forward. There you go. Now, as Zoro, if you do not have a Goro Mask, it's a bit harder, but not really. So there's the table, you want to backflip onto the table. Now stand right about in the middle. And there's this curtain over here, alright? As you can see, there's a curtain. You want the left part of the curtain to be touching the left side of your B button. So the B button that says punch, so right about this. And then you roll jump. There you go. Now you're going to target the wall and walk left slowly. And then you ledge grab and get the item. Very cool, very cool. So you can also get this item like so. Now we're gonna go to the Great Bay Temple for our next batch tricks. Coming up to the end, there's like less than 10 tricks to go. Basically showing you guys almost everything I know in the game, which is not much. Okay, so this is the Great Bay Temple. I think I'm gonna need to actually somewhat clear the temple because some of the later tricks I want to show, I need the temple to be working. I don't need this though. Why? I don't know. I'm gonna do it anyways. So you wanna painstakingly turn this pump. And then you're gonna have another, yeah, I didn't need this at all. There. Okay, so you go there, you climb to the elevator, and then you come all the way up here. Okay. Next up, you're gonna climb in one of these platforms, so you come to the other side. If you have ice arrows, which hopefully you do, you're gonna freeze the waterfall, and then finally we come up to the actual trick, which is the Jesus walk. So the Jesus walk, we're gonna try to reach the pump using our Zoro Mask. So you wanna line up at the door like right about in the middle. This is a setup that supposedly was developed by Melrose, not really sure. But as you come in, you want to target attack tight and left side hop once. You let hold of target, but you still keep holding A, as you can see there on the inputs. I'm still holding A. And now you're going to dive once, come out, dive twice, and come out. As your second dive starts, you're going to hold B and press forward. Let's try it. And that was sugar. Let's try it a couple more times. It's not a hard trick per se, but it is precise. It is very precise in terms of movement. Yeah, the camera's off up there. There we go. When you press B, the Zoro starts diving, so he gets into an upright position, and as you hold forward, he ledge grabs, and there we go. If you don't want to do this, you can also do the hookshot style. I'm not entirely familiar with it, but I'm gonna try. This is the one that Ego Dev uses, I suppose. So you enter, now you side hop twice, you hookshot up, and you jump slash. Yeah, I'm not super familiar, but somehow you're gonna end up here with the jump slash, and then you're gonna line up with the wall, jumps, hook shot on the very end of the target here, and jump slash. And there you go. So yeah, you can Jesus walk, you can do this hook shots technique. I mean, it's up to you really. Okay, what do we have next? We have the Recoil Flip to red pump and entrance. Alright, so if you have a Zoro Mask, you have a very cool route you can take here on the Great Bay Temple. What we're gonna do is actually not go down. I'm gonna go back to the lobby. Jump here. And then here. And now, I'm gonna put my bombs. Okay, normally you do this part last on the first leg of the temple, as you were doing the spinning room on one side. You're gonna have a geyser or geyser over there, so you can hook shot up there and then pull this thing over here, and then you're gonna have to pull that thing over there, and then you're gonna have to take the elevator and go through the geyser and then come here and then keep going. So that is very, very slow, as you can imagine. It takes a lot of time. So what you can do is pull this pump early. So I'm gonna come up to the very corner here. You have to do this manually because this is a sloped one, a sloped ledge. Let me save my position here to show. So if you try slashing your way, you actually fall here, right? So that is not cool at all. So you have to manually and very carefully come up to the corner here. Now I want to look in the general direction of the pump over there. It's not super precise at all. Now I'm gonna do a recoil flip. And there you go. Now I'm gonna turn this pump over here. I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna turn the yellow pump over there. And then I'm gonna use my Zoro Mask and void out. And this is gonna save you a lot of time because not only you will not have to take the elevator a second time, which is obviously a great time save, but also hang on. There's something else in the future that I want to show you that is pretty cool. Alright, so I void out and I come back to the last door I entered, which is actually the one from the Jesus Walk trick. Good afternoon. Now you want to jump here. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. And then, now I want to actually explain. I'm going to enter the first hallway there, and you want to hold target as you are coming through. Alright, so let's try it. And why is that? So hold target here. Now I come, you have to come down to this arch here. And then you can bonk and ledge grab here. Alright, so I'm going to void out and show this once again. Basically the idea is that the Z target is gonna lock your camera position facing towards the wall, and when you bonk, you're gonna be facing that very same wall, so you ledge grab onto it. So once again, come through here. You start holding target here, and then you swim on the specific pattern here, coming down to this arch. Then you bonk, and then you ledge grab. Alright? It's not hard, it requires timing, especially the time where you press target is very, very important, and there you go. Coming up to this room, you have a couple options. Easiest by far is just to ice arrows this guy down. Then you equip the Zoro Mask, you climb him, and then you roll jump, and you can reach. No problem at all. In some cases, you are not going to have the ice arrows. In fact, you, on the vanilla Great Bay Temple, you do not have ice arrows at all at this time. So you have to go all the way to Wart and then back to reach this platform. So this is the first time where a gainer jump is actually very, very useful. I'm going to show you guys why. And this one is cool because as you have a place to stand next to, you actually have 2 frames to execute the gainer jump instead of 1. So you're going to come up to this corner here. You can also do it from the other side, it doesn't matter. And then you're going to execute a gainer jump. Let's try it very easy. I actually have 2 frames there, so it's a lot easier than the single frame one I was trying to show in Clocktown. And then you can reach this platform without having to freeze that guy over there, which is smiling at me. See? He's happy. So once again, the gainer jump is a back flip, and then you release targets and repress on the next frame, or in this case, next 2 frames. Okay, next trick is gonna be the low water wheel skip. Alright, this is by far the hardest. Right, have to keep on going through the temple here to show this next trick. Actually there's the BK, yeah, the ledge grab to the BK chest is first. We're gonna come through this Biobabas here. You wanna get the BK, there's a glitchless jump that you can do, it's not the easiest, I don't know how to do it, so. You just wanna ice arrows in that general direction, it's not precise at all. And you're gonna equip your Zoro Mask, I like C up in here, just so I get it right. You roll jump. Do not hold A, this is paramount. If you hold A, it's gonna dive and you're gonna miss the whole thing. You just press A once and let go. And then you get in here, get your BK, and there you go. Very cool. Now you're gonna jump here and follow the current. And we're gonna go to the last red pump. I need to pull. No tricks in this room. Well, there are tricks actually, but nothing that's a major time save or that I'm proficient at doing. So just gonna do it as normal. That's it for you guys. Use Z target here. Do not use manual aim. It's not worth it. Okay. Now that's I'm sure you guys remember that recoil flip I did back there, right? Right at the beginning, I did a recoil flip, pull the pump on the lobby entrance. That's gonna come into play right now, because I'm gonna equip my Zoro Mask and I'm gonna void out. And as you guys will see, I'm gonna come back to the last where I entered, which is the Biobabo one in the BK chest room. But the water current has changed. So basically you go left, you pull the pump, you void out, you come back here and it's already going right. So this is insanely convenient, as you can imagine why. Because you save the way, all the trip, all the way back to the beginning of the temple. So this is, that recoil flip there is like, if there's one thing you have to learn about Great Big Temple, it's that recoil flip. Alright, next up it's the water wheel skip. This is by far the hardest trick in the temple in my estimation. I'm gonna try to show it a couple of times. I hope I get it. And then after I get it, I'm gonna explain it, but let's go. So what I'm trying to do here is I want to swim. I want to get under the second mine. Then I want to bonk and spam B and then take off my mask and then balance on top here. And then jump. And there we go. That's the trick. Alright. As you guys can imagine, it's not easy at all because you have a very specific timing to do everything. You have to not hit any mines. And then you have to bonk at the water wheel at the right angle, and then you have to unequip the mask. Actually, you have to get the B attack right, unequip the mask, balance yourself as the water wheel is turning, and then jump at the right time. So it's not easy at all. I tried it once. If I miss, I do it the vanilla way. Alright, so that's what I would recommend you guys doing. Try learning it. It's a time save for sure. But yeah, it's not the most necessary of time saves, I would imagine. See? Right there my angle is incorrect, so I miss. So if you miss, you just humbly come over here and do the strat. The good thing is that if you miss it, it's basically, you don't really lose any time because you're gonna have to wait for the elevator anyways to come down. So you have like a free try, if you will, to do the trick. Not gonna delve into it too much because it's a very hard trick to get right. I got it once, I'm happy, that's it. Alright, so this room here is very interesting. This is a Seesaw Room. Normally you need fire arrows to do it, but you can beat the Great Bay Temple without fire arrows. I'm gonna show you how. So first, the easy way, you can use the Deku Mask. The Deku is actually so light that it doesn't move the seesaw at all. So you just line up your jump. You're gonna equip the Zoro Mask and spam roll jump. And then there you go. Right? So this involves changing your mask twice, which is obviously not the most ideal. So what you can do here is line up. I have tried to kill you. Bro, leave me alone. There you go. Alright, so you can line up right here, I suppose. You can't quite climb the seesaw, that's a problem. So line up. Shoot turn. Now what I want to do is I want to backflip. Then I want to roll jump at a 45-degree angle. And then B attack onto the air. So it's somewhat of a fast sequence of inputs you have to do. It's not the easiest, I suppose. But yeah, it's possible. Now right here you have some options. You can do the Deku thing once again. Just climb here. Then you equip your Zoro Mask and your roll jump. And it's a bit far actually. I think I have to B attack there. I don't do the Deku Mask here, so I'm not super familiar with it. I'm gonna try once again. So the B attack that I'm talking about is actually pressing B on the air. Let's try once again. Yeah, no, it doesn't work. Alright, so forget about the Deco Mask in this one. I'm gonna show you the legit way you can do. You need bombs for this one. Fuck that. Just get on top of it. Come on, man. Come on. Alright, so you got on top here. Obviously, you always have the option of shooting the fire arrows, right? Which is the weakest threat. It's not even that slow, so it's fine. Okay, so coming up here, suppose you do not have fire arrows. What can you do is just equip bombs. You're gonna become Human Link. And then you have to climb onto this little ledge there without falling. Let's try again. Ideally without getting attacked by the fucking enemy. Yeah, so the hard part with this trick, I think, is actually getting... Man, this is not really right. Okay, thank God. So it's actually getting on this small ledge here. This is the hardest part, I suppose. You can slash, which is good, because you don't fall when you slash. And there you go. Alright, so you wanna somewhat line up, put a bomb behind yourself, it's your turn, and then equip the Zoro Mask. Then you're gonna long jump as Zoro. And there you go. Right, so that's a strat you can do here. It's cool, pretty cool, pretty cool. Obviously, you can also shoot the fires, as I've said a couple times. So there's this Beechu here. He really likes to ruin your day, but it's fine. So this next part, you have a couple options. I'm gonna show you from easiest to hardest. Well, if I'm honest, hang on. What the fuck? Oh, I'm super speedy. The easiest way by far is just falling down, getting on this seesaw, and then you throw the fire arrows up there. Seesaw is gonna come up, you just jump. This is not even that slow, right? So if you want to do that, I mean, do that, it's fine. Second alternative you have is climbing here, actually falling down here, and then you use your hook shot over there. Then you equip your Zoro Mask, you backflip onto the chest, and then you front roll, ledge grab, and there you go. Right? This is faster than the vanilla strat, not by a huge margin. Next up, you can with C up. There's a setup for this, but I don't know the setup. You can fall, I suppose. With C up. Hello? Right. You can fall onto this ledge, and then you line up over here, and you can actually walk on top and get it. So that is a bit faster than the hook shot strat, and then you can also gainer. And this is my favorite strat. Just side hop, and there you go. So you have like these 4 ways you can get through. There's a setup for the one that you walk on top here, but I don't know the setup, so there you go. I like the gainer strat, I think it's decently fast and very safe. That's it for Great Bay Temple. Here's the tricks. We're coming up to our last 7 tricks. So we have the Song of Storms check with Deku Stick. This is not even a trick, it's just a general knowledge thing that I think it's important. So you kind of graveyard grave 1. Hello. Graveyard? Beneath graveyard. Alright. There we go. Okay, so if you just want to get the song, or even if you don't want to get the song, but just in general, not have to deal with the bats at the same time or at the start. My favorite strategy is just grabbing a Deku Stick wherever, you just get the fire and do this room with the stick. I think it's way better than using the fire arrows. Actually faster, in my opinion. So there you go, this is my tip for you. It's not a trick, it's just a general knowledge thing. Using the stick there, I really like it. Now, next up, obviously, is the long jump between graves 1 and 2. The song is on grave 1, as you see, and also the bats check. And on grave 2, you have the iron knuckle with the piece of heart chest. But what if you don't want to play Get Out of the Grave, play double time twice, and then equip your captain's hat, and then talk to the guys, and they open Get Out of the Grave? That's a lot of work, right? So you can just long jump here. It's really simple. You just look right about perpendicular to the place you want to go. You place a bomb behind yourself, and then you just slash a couple times and hold forward at the end of the movement. Important thing, do not keep holding forward, you just hold forward at the end of the movement. If you want to come from grave 2 to 1, you come from here, you look right about there, place the bomb, slash a couple times, and there you go. Like these long jumps are very free. You're gonna get it on very few tries, I would imagine. It's not a hard trick at all. And now on this stage 2 grave, you also have a very quick setup. You have a Goron to not have to do the lens maze. You just hold A and press left. That's it. Hold A, press left. Wow. So hard, right? So hard. There you go. Very cool. Very fast as well, which is important. Let's go to Captain Keita now. So this is gonna be a warp to Ikana Graveyard. Let's go to grave 3, I suppose. Alright. So there's our boy, Captain Keita. You wanna have bombs. You wanna have bow and arrows. So you wanna run against him. You wanna shield drop. Can that work with bombs? You can go back, but don't have lands. Yeah, big tree. If you want to get out and you don't have lands, you can just death warp and you go back to the beginning of the grave. That is true. Thank you, Ego Dav. Alright, so if you want to do this fight in a faster manner, you want to run against him, shield drop a bomb, and immediately, and by that I mean immediately pull out your ocarina. Which I do not have equipped right now. Very cool. Because I don't have the Alright, so let's go. I'm gonna do... Alright. Now you play Sonata of Awakening. And ideally what's gonna happen is the bomb is gonna explode and stop him on his tracks at the start of the fight. Let's see. There we go. It worked. So he doesn't start walking up until the animation already started playing, so I can start the fight ASAP. After he starts jumping, what I like doing, I have the Courier Sword, so obviously this is going to take 10 hours to be done. Okay, so he starts jumping, I just roll out of the way, and then jump slash, and rinse and repeat. Right? So jump out of the way, jump slash. Jump out of the way, roll out of the way actually, jump slash. And there you go. Pretty simple. So yeah, the bomb thing is really good, especially if you don't have bow. If you only have hook shot, because it's quite hard to reach him with a hook shot, so there you go. Very cool trick. There's the vanilla captain's hat. Fun fact, you can get chest without the hook shot. That's enough talking for you, man. Bro. I didn't realize this cutscene was so long. What do I do? Alright. F. He died. Well, he was already dead anyways. Okay. There we go. Just jump slash your way through here to the chest. Next up, only 2 checks left. Incarnate Canyon climb without ice arrows. Let's go. So this is gonna be Incarnate Canyon from Incarnate Road. I think. There we go. Exactly. So imagine you don't have ice arrows, which is actually very frequent, and you want to climb here. You can do it. It's pretty simple. I like killing the Octoroks. It's not necessary, but they are very, very annoying. There we go. Right, so there's that stump over there. You want to barely see the stump, like barely. So you just slash your way. Good thing you never fall when you're slashing. You see I'm seeing too much of it, so I come a bit to the left. Seeing less of it, which is good. Oh, and then I fell, so that's bad. Bro, please. Just, okay. I don't have a visual cue or anything, so this is kind of a eyeballing setup, I suppose. This is way too far. Alright, great. So you see I can see only a little bit of it. So this is good. I'm gonna aim right there. And there we go. And now you climb as normal. So this is a very, very important trick to learn because you can get ow. And then you can come back here anytime you like. Next up we have the Incarnate Castle powder keg throw. Okay, can I go through here? I don't think I can. I figured that was gonna happen. I still had fun though, so it's fine. Let's get the Gore Mask here. Alright. That's again your that's a big true man. Alright. I never thought of writing, but you can do a gainer, and this is also your frame gainer. There you go. It's just like the... No, I was entirely aware that it was not loaded. Completely aware. Yeah, the sequence break here is very important because you can enter Incarnate Castle without the light arrows. So we just gainer next to the left wall here. Yeah, I'm aware. I was just having fun. Alright, so there's the Incarnate Castle here, or the ancient castle of Ikana, if you will. Normally, if you don't have light arrows, you're gonna enter. In the vanilla game, you do not have light arrows. That's important. So the idea here is that you're gonna blow open a hole with the powder keg there on the ceiling, and then light's gonna come up. You're gonna use the mirror shield and get that block out of the way, and then you're gonna use your fire arrows and beat the Ikana. But this is very infrequent that you do this, to be honest with you, because I don't go doing Incarnate Castle willingly on the seed, but anyway, you might want to do it. So you can do it vanilla here. You have this room. I'm not gonna show it how to do it because this is not the intent of the video. Basically, you can do. There's also a little damage boost trick that I know that you can do with Zoro there. I've never practiced it, so I'm not gonna get it for sure. Yeah. Basically, you just damage boost somehow there to the top, and you go through a room that you need lands. There's a couple spiders, yada yada, and then you climb, and then you are back out here. The trick, which is actually what I want to show, is the powder keg skip. So normally you have to do two sides of the castle. So you're doing the left side, you're gonna come out this door over here, and if you have a powder keg, which obviously you do need for this part, you can simply get your powder keg and throw it over. And there you go. Pretty easy, right? So you just have to do half of it on the castle, which is great. Also, a general tip here. If you want to get the item over there, you also don't need to get on that deco flower over there. Like, you can go all the way through and get that deco flower and that one, and I don't know, that probably goes to the left side. You can just shoot here and then jump. Just line up the jump a bit carefully because you don't want to miss. But there you go. And deco mask, blah 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 blah. There you go. And then, since we blew the hole open with the powder keg, as I come in here, we now have light. And there you go. Just get the block out of your way with your mirror shoe. Now, final tricks. Let's go to inverted stone tower. Okay, I'm gonna show you 2 recoil flips and a pixel shot. Before falling, not before falling as Gore here. So, come in here, you equip your light arrows, which obviously I do have to menu. I also need bombs. Okay, so get in the door. How many side hops do I do for the jump slash? It's 3, I think. I'm gonna show my technique while I explain. But basically, there's the seam over here, right? There's the seam, and then there's this seam over here. In between these seams, you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sort of kind of triangles, right? All right. So for my technique, which I'm gonna show first, and then I'm gonna show egos, you want to stand on the second triangle, and you're gonna do 3 side hops, pull out the bomb, and then recoil flip off that bomb in the air, and hold right. Seems complicated, but really isn't. So 1, 2, 3, pull out the bomb, then recoil, and hold right. And there you go. I'm right here. Right? So this is one way you can do it. You can also, as Eagle was telling over there, use the jump slash. What the fuck is going on? Hello? Oh, I see. There's a frozen eye. I was not aware. Okay. Okay. Alright, so for Eagle's technique, 1, 2, you start at 3. You do 3 side hops in the jump slash. 1, 2, 3. Maybe 4, I suppose. And now, just look above there, should be a mirror. Yeah, it's the third one. Okay. What am I doing wrong here? I don't know how to do the technique, man. Help me out. I want to show it. I remember you start at 3 and then you do a couple side hops and the jump slash. But that's it. I don't remember anything else. Don't do mine the second time how we explained. Pretty easy, right? Pretty easy. Okay. Side hops until fall, backflip, side hop, jump slash. And the ledge grab, what's up with that? Was it start a bit more to the left? Maybe a bit more to the right? I'm moving a bit after side hopping. Alright, so okay. until fall. Alright, I got it. I think. Yeah, I got it. There you go. Okay, so I'm gonna do that one more time. I can't walk in between the things. Okay. So for his technique, you come up to the third triangle. 1, 2, 3, precisely. Then you do one side hop, one backflip, one side hop, and jump slash. It's not easier at all. I think that the bomb one is way easier in my opinion because you just have to time flashes, and it's very, very not precise. And you come way forward. Alright, anyways, yeah, bomb is faster. Alright, so you can do whatever, you can also use deck floor, it's up to you. Now, this one is the big one. This is the big one. I'm gonna mem save here. Let me take off the things here. Do this. I also want a hook shot here. Okay. Let me mem save right here. And position as well. Okay. So, this is the recoil flip, like one of the most precise that you have to do. What I like doing is, if you take a quick look here, there's a couple of black balls here on the wall, so I line up with them. A bit to the right, this one is not very precise really. And shoot turn. And now I want to do a recoil flip, and right after I want to hold left. So it's basically backflip down and then hold left. It has to be second to last or last frame recoil flip. So this is the hard part. You have to be very precise with it. See, that was not fast enough, so we just this. Let's try again. That was not a last frame. There we go. If you get it, then you can just kill this guy. I like killing him with bombs, it's up to you. This is already a bit fucked up, anyways. Basically you get under him and then you should drop a bomb. And he punches down and the bomb explodes in his face. 2 bombs, he's done. And there you go. The bomb timing it's just practice, man. Especially you that has a Wii, like you can do it for sure. In emulator it's a lot harder. Alright, then you kill the Gore. This is important because you need this chest to spawn. Do not, and I repeat, do not under any circumstance open the chest. Alright, at least not now. And then you want a hook shot there. You can also recoil flip, which is faster, but it's very, very slightly faster. And then you go into this door, you fight Gomez, you get the boss key, and as you come out, I like holding target and then down right on the stick. Link is gonna stop on his tracks right here. Now you pull out your hook shot, and you have to do a pixel shot up to the chest. It's not... I have more than 1 pixel, to be honest with you guys. And now you can open the chest. This is the Vanilla Giant's Mask. And that's it. I'm gonna do it one more time, do the whole thing, just so you guys get the general idea. Actually, I'm gonna load the mem file. Okay. And I'm gonna void out. There we go. So, get in here. 1, 2, 3. Oops. 1, 2, 3. Bomb. Now, the precise one. That one is really, really lenient, but this one is more precise. There you go. That's it. These techniques, they save a lot of time in the Stone Tower because you don't have to get the small key and then do an additional section. You don't have to do the bomb, the deck of flowers below. So that is really, really cool. Something to learn for sure. So you get in here, you fight the boss, and then there you go. Very similar to the Fire Temple pixel shot, in which you do not want to see the dot. It's like the first pixel where the dot disappears. If you see the dot, then it's wrong. And yet, these are all the tricks I wanted to show you guys. I don't have anything else. If you guys wanna ask any questions, I'm here for you. It's already 2 hours of video, so that's gonna be pretty long. I'm gonna upload this to my YouTube. Also, gonna highlight this on the Twitch channel. So if you want to learn Majora's Mask, you do not have any excuses anymore. And yeah, any questions before I end the video? Chat. You are being read by YouTube, by the way. No, you don't see anyone typing, so that's it. I want to thank you all for watching. I'll be back next time. I'm thinking about doing some temple-specific videos next up. So one for Woodfall Temple, one for Snowhead, one for Great Bay. And then in those, I'm going to cover the mini-bosses and the boss strategies and everything. Some of the tricks that were covered here will also be covered there, of course. I'm going to be less thorough in those videos and focus more on the routes, on the go mode route, full clear routes and everything, depending on your equip loads, how you're going to attack with the temple and everything. Alright, treasure minigame clips. Yes, I've already shown them in the beginning of the video. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys